What makes a good boss? What makes a good manager? How can you hire good employees, and how can you keep good employees? Just
Mhm.
tell me your employee journey. When did you hire the first employee?
So the
How did
first
you fuck up? All this.
well, my employees are overseas, right? So I have a couple of employees in Bulgaria and I have a couple in Bangladesh. So they do most of my work just because it's cheaper, right? I'm not gonna hire someone for 60K when I can hire someone for
Yeah, this changes a
10,
little bit.
20K. So it's really, it's big. Mostly through online interactions, but what I do vet is I make sure they work hard and they like what they do. And they don't complain. They're never late, right? If I see they're,
So if they're complaining, what would you do?
they don't, that my employees don't complain ever because I'm always flexible. I always
Is
give them
that the
what they
reason,
want.
or because they live in Bulgaria and
No, I might go there and, create an office there and just go there and just, hire them, make sure I'm there all the
so
time.
you're
And
just so lucky you have great employees, you have a great life with your employees, and they're just productive.
yeah,
That sounds like La La Land. It doesn't make sense to me.
no way. No, the employees that I have, they're very good. It's
How
very
did you
rare.
pick them? Like, how many questions did you
Through
ask in the
through
interview,
Upwork,
or
through
like,
Upwork.
so you use them as contractors first, and then you
Yes,
offered them to be full-time
that's right.
employees.
Hmm.
And like to the average money salary that they're making, are you paying them more
Four
than the other
times.
people? Okay, that's why.
Yeah,
Wow.
Now it works.
exactly, for sure.
And you can do this when you're hiring someone overseas.
Yes, that's why all these big companies are making trillions because Apple, all these people, they're hiring them from
Were you
India.
ever angry with an employee?
No,
Oh God, fuck's sakes!
no,
Come on, man. Everyone fuck up. You know, tell me you had an employee that never fucked
not
up.
angry. Sometimes I'd be impatient, which I'm not. I think patience is really a key factor, and then
Mm.
I'm flexible with my employees. If I was impatient, I would be angry all the time. Hey, hurry up, get to work. But since I'm patient, I've developed this patience through kids too. I think kids make you very patient. You have to be. It's impossible. But I am patient, and it plays a role. And if my employee, is doing their work, if they get behind a little bit, I kind of like, let's come on, let's go up, let's do it a little faster. You're a little behind. But I don't get mad at them.
Okay.
They're the ones that are helping me
In
become
your scenario,
successful.
you're paying them 4 times what other people are getting paid where they
Yeah,
live,
so they're
and
happy.
you don't count as a good manager. You don't like you are a good manager, but you don't count as someone can teach Ottawa entrepreneurs or Canadian entrepreneurs. I'll tell you why. You don't have an employee that deals with Ottawa, Ontario, and Employment Ontario. You don't have someone like you're paying them just like everyone else is paying them,
Mhm.
and then you have to keep them motivated or something like this. And you're not cheap. You just that's how much you can pay. So I think we can move from this topic. And yeah, good for you for having
Yeah, well,
overseas
the type
employees and
of the
stuff.
type of services that I would like to do, I mean, I've always researched this online, always work online. It's not my type of thing to have actual local business and hire local employees because it's really hard to get
You're making
rich in
good money
Ottawa.
now,
Yeah, I'm making pretty good money.
and are you happy like this? You want to
No,
go
I want to keep
stable? I
going. I
want
want
to
to
go
get
up.
back to where I was before. So I want to get back to making 50, 60
Okay,
a
a month,
month. Yeah.
a month. Okay, and
Probably even
when do you
more.
see yourself making this
Probably
money? Then?
within a year. Very,
A
very.
year.
Yeah.
We want to be best friends then.
It's going to be Toronto SEO and OttoSEO.com.
Oh, he's talking. You can feel the confidence.
And I
I'm
will
getting there in a month,
and I will
in a year.
Yeah.
crush all these competitors that think they can get
I
ahead of
hope you
me
will.
with their employees. I
I
will
hope
crush
you
them.
will.
I'm one employee in Ottawa and I will crush all of them.
I'm
Bring it
sure
on.
you will, man. I'm sure you will. You have the
Yeah.
knowledge. You have the. You're eager. I love it.
I want to talk about office. Jean-Claude was saying how he got this advice to get a physical office,
Yeah.
go into the office, have a space, and his business went way off. And you're working from home,
Mhm.
and you have kids,
Mhm.
which is nice. You get to spend time with your kids, and it can be distracting.
Mhm.
Have
But I
you
have an
ever
office.
used?
Sorry to cut you out. I do have a separate office away from the kids at home.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you use it?
Yeah, all the time. It was a studio, but I converted it into an office.
Okay.
We were talking about something before you showed up, and maybe I'll share it with him so he can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I used to think when I first started my marketing agency like a loser. So I didn't want to pay rent. I didn't want to pay salaries. I'm like, oh, I'll hire a contractor when I have a client.
Mhm.
So if I'm making, I'm spending. If I'm not making, I'm not spending. I don't have this stress. I don't have this. I don't have a rent. I don't have monthly expenses if I don't have income. Someone told me get an office. I'm like, why would I get an office? Why would I pay for rent and whatever? Finally, I didn't listen to them, but within the time. I'm like, no, I want to have an office. We needed a studio, I guess. I went to rent a studio from someone. I'm like, that's expensive. If I rent a space, use it as an office and a studio in the same time, I'll be saving money. I'll be offering my client. And I opened this studio and this office, and I'm like, okay, clients are loving it more now because I have a physical location. They need something from me. They can come to the office. They're not like, oh, you work from home. I didn't give them my address. They trust me more because they know where I am. Then after I got this office, I'm like, okay, I have 2,800 square feet. I don't have an employee. I have contractors. I'm alone in here. Now, the way how I work to increase my income is I increase my expenses first. And the favorite expense that I have in my company is my employees. So adding more team members. So he's asking, like, do you think this is helpful? This is not helpful. Why don't you have a big space? Maybe because you're in a different field. You do SEO, you work from a computer, you don't take pictures, you don't meet with clients because you're client outside of Canada. So you tell us more. Are
Yeah.
you planning on hiring more employees? How are you planning to get to the 40, 50K a month?
Listen, it's all about clients, right? If I can manage these clients myself for the time being, then I could do it. If things pick up and I have 200 clients, for sure, I will open up an office, either here or in Bulgaria, or even in Dubai. I mean, to have a physical location.
But don't you think the office should come first
From Toronto and Ottawa? I mean, yeah.
before the 200 employees? Because you have to grow before you grow, right?
Yeah, but I focus my growth on online. I don't focus it on as much
Okay.
on physical location.
So
I
even if you
focus
have
it
200
so that
clients,
money
you
that
don't
you're
need an
spending
office.
for rent and stuff like that, I'll put it towards SEO to try to rank for the keywords that I want.
Okay, so you're not afraid of spending money. You just spend it in the
I
right
spend
way
it in
your
different
business.
places, yeah.
So, what do you want to tell the audience about spending money on your business?
You have the right services that you want to spend the money on. Don't spend money on services that are not going to bring you any income.
But spend money on your business.
For sure, you have to spend money on your business.
Do you wait till you make money and then you spend it on your business, or you spend it first to make more money?
I spend it first. I've always spent it first to make more money. It's the formula that I have.
How
have
can
to
you help
spend money.
Majid? So Majid
What's
is an
it?
expert speaker.
Oh,
He trains people on how to talk, public speaking, and storytelling, and he has a course.
oh.
Can I say the number amount?
Of course.
$5,000 course. You buy it, you can be also a member in a webinar. I think there's no subscription for this. He has also, he's a millionaire. He has made lots of money from this. I won't tell his story right now. How can you help a coach? And would you be able to help a coach?
I could coach him, yeah, for sure. If he needs any advice for any online stuff, for his website, if he wants to improve his SEO, if he wants to improve his
Do you
organic
think
results,
SEO can get him more clients
Of
for the
course.
field that he's in?
depending on the keywords he wants to rank for.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
have good SEO, you think? Have you done the test before?
I've had about 500 clients, and I don't know a single one that has found me on Google. And
So they probably just find you just by brand
Referrals.
marketing.
most of my clients will see me first speaking somewhere. That's my whole marketing strategy, is to speak in different audiences, podcasts, webinars, conferences. And recently some clients came from TikTok. I had some growth with TikTok, but
He has 1.6 million likes on TikTok. Is it more now or
Wow.
10 million on just one.
1.6
Video.
million likes on TikTok? Let
Oh,
me see.
likes.
on
I don't
TikTok.
mi- I don't know
I
about
was
my
going
likes.
to
Well, how
call
many
you out
followers
to
does
say
he have?
how much more. Let's see. See his
Uh,
TikTok.
Yeah, so it's interesting, and we can get into those metrics about like followers and views, and I'm curious to know about that as well.
Sure.
1.6 million likes.
1.6 million likes.
It's likes, not views.
I feel
See?
so liked. That's
I know.
great.
324.1K followers.
Nice.
Dude is crazy on TikTok. Yeah, you want ask him about the
Yeah.
big views and stuff.
I recently paid attention to my Instagram profile. I haven't really been paying attention, but I think I have 3,000 or 4,000 followers, and some of my friends, they have 1 million or 100,000, but they've paid for them,
Mhm.
right? And so initially it's very exciting. Like, oh my God, you have 1 million followers. A partner of mine who was going to promote me, he's got 1 million followers on Instagram. I said, can you promote my webinar? He says, well, actually, I don't really have an audience. And he didn't promote it because he doesn't have an audience, and those aren't real people, or I don't know.
No, for real.
So my question to you is, obviously this is a valuable service because people are paying for it.
Yeah.
So they value it.
Yeah.
I know that some of these views are fake, but maybe
Mhm.
not everyone does. Is it worth it to pay for views and followers? And has your answer to that question changed?
And
over
please
the
be
few
so
years.
responsible with the answer because there's lots of viewers here that we're trying to make them successful in business.
It really depends on what you want to use it for. Why are you buying views? Do you want to use the views to increase your visibility online, or you want to do it to show off to your friends, right?
Does the buying views increase your visibility? If
Of
yes, how?
course,
How?
psychologically. If you look at a video, you search, whatever video. If you see a video that has 300 and you see one that has 20,000, which one are you gonna click
But
on?
does it affect badly on the algorithm of the video?
It depends on the views. There's high quality views, which I only offer Google Ads high quality views.
So my because we do
Different
social
views.
media management and we focus more on the branding. And one thing I can tell you about the fake views and fake followers, the advantage of it is the law of seduction.
Mhm.
If you go to a restaurant and it's empty, would you eat?
Mhm.
If you go to a restaurant and there's a lineup, would you eat?
That's the one.
That's the one. So what we try to show in the beginning when we're managing someone's social media, we throw a couple thousand followers fake because I'm never following an account who has 0 followers or 100 followers. But like and views, I will watch this video till the end because there's 500k views on it.
Right.
But I wouldn't watch it because there's 100 views on it.
Mhm.
But the amount of bad views that people are buying now is crazy and it's affecting very badly on algorithm. So if you're buying bad views and buying bad followers, don't expect to go viral organically and make money from your account online on social media. It's my opinion and my advice to you. I don't know if you agree with
I think it does help a lot of individuals, a lot of services, just to get exposure, right? If services like mine weren't around, it would take them 10 years to
How
get
do
what
they
do.
create these views that I can go buy views? Fuck sake, I never
So
understood
there's
how
there's
this works.
different methods, there's a script. There's scripts that are made by programmers to get these views, right? Because
Script,
getting
like you mean coding?
yeah, coding.
Okay.
So the script is run through like a server, so
is
it
too
counts
smart
as
for me.
one view. You have to have like it has to be distinctive. Like you can't just see a video and refresh it 100 times. It's still gonna say one view.
Yeah.
So they track it by IP addresses. You need thousands of different IP addresses. There's a lot of factors that go into it.
So do they
No one
hack
really
IP
knows.
addresses? How do they have access to thousands?
They
of
could
IP
buy
addresses?
lots of IP addresses. Yeah, they could buy lots. They
It's
just buy
really
lots.
deep and very smart service. Whoever
Yeah.
created it was motherfucking smart person.
Yeah, there's a lot of them now, and everything's easier because it's done through API. So, for example, on my site, every service is done through API. Where is the wholesaler? He'll get the order right away, right? So, what happens is you sign up for 500 views, you add money into your account. It's like a bank. You add money into your account, and you can buy whatever. I have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and then you can track your order. Once that order is successfully placed, it goes through an API system to the wholesaler. You're really not doing that much. You're just answering tickets if you have any questions, but you can maintain it with thousands and thousands and thousands of clients.
So you're an agent. You're the middleman between the client and the supplier.
Hmm.
Okay, here's a question. I'm buying 1,000 followers from you or 1,000 views from you.
Yeah.
Do you have 1,000 less views in your account as the middleman or the supplier, or they're reselling the same views again and again?
Oh, they're reselling. It's a reselling service.
So I buy 2,000. You don't have less 2,000. You still have the same amount.
Well,
It's just it's a number that you're
yeah,
selling,
of course. You're
not
just
actual.
yeah.
views.
Those followers are not really active. There's good accounts though. Like you can buy followers with verified check marks. I don't know how they did it, but
How
they've
can
done
you
it.
buy? How can you like? You can never buy me to follow you.
Yeah.
So
So
how come I'm buying other accounts?
they have a system. Maybe those accounts that they're allowing to follow in your account, maybe they're hacked. Maybe those guys got hacked and
Is
they
there
don't know that you're
thousands of
following.
those and millions of those?
You'd be surprised the amount of people that get hacked and they don't know.
So that means this person is not gonna buy from me. So this is just for seduction.
It's mostly
This
for
service is just
seduction.
for seduction, just
So-
to make me look a little better.
Look a little better and increase your chances of becoming viral too.
I would do it if I'm starting. I would buy 1,000 or 2 followers, couple views, but once you start getting organic attention, stop. Because you don't want your followers to notice. When we do it, we buy 1,000 or 2,000 followers. We don't buy 100,000 followers for our clients. Just when if they have 500 followers, I make them 2,500. So Now you look okay. You don't look too much. It's unnoticeable that you are fake. That's how I would do it. And this advice is for business owners. Don't go buying 10K. Views for the videos is always great.
Listen,
Like there's no
views is
amount of
different.
number.
The
Views
views
different than
business
followers.
is
Yes.
listen, the views business, I've dealt with major labels. So these guys have 20, 30 million subscribers and they're buying views. Okay, so clue that in for a little. I dealt with musicians that are very high profile musicians. I can't, I'm not gonna reveal my
Well,
clients,
how
but
can you know what's real and what's unreal? I'm buying.
Of
How
course
can you
you
know
can
if you're
know.
actually going viral?
of course you can know. You could check the stats. Let's say I have 20 million subscribers, right? And my video comes out. And in the first day I get 10 million views, right? And then I have, 100,000 likes. But the comments is where the trick is, because the comments are the hardest to get. If you have 10 million views and 1,000 comments, or even 10,000 comments, that just sends off a red flag that you bought your views.
I'll share something with you.
Mm.
Well, someone approached me from the US and they're like, we have this service for you. And I checked this person. Million followers, likes, every video, 40, 50 comments, lots of views. I checked the comments accounts. The account has stories on it.
Mm.
I still go on the account. I see a little bit fishy, but this account is posting stories. So they offer me the service. Dude, it's like $200 a month. US. On Instagram and on Facebook. Both included. Every time I drop a video, 40 comments. Like 40 comments. Legit looking accounts commenting like on the topic I was talking about in the video. It's that accurate.
Wow.
And then lots of views. Like you'll see like 10K views dropped in like 1 hour. And then it slowed down. There's like another 2,000. And I know these 2,000 are my actual views. And everything looks so real. But I know no one is DMing me. If I have 40 comments and all this, like now I post some videos and I have like 6 comments, 2,000 views. I have 5 DMs and 5 new potential clients, which is amazing. But now there's services out there that makes people so big on social media and bringing zero values. I have no fucking idea how they do it. I have no clue. I wish I have a clue. Like how can it? There's Discord application called Discord.
Yeah.
If you have a subscription in Discord, you can copy paste the URL of your video, paste it there, and that's how you will see tons of views, tons of comments dropped in your video. I can show you some videos where people saying like talking about the same topic I was talking in the video. Try DMing these people. They won't answer you because there's no actual person behind this video. Don't believe everything you see out there on social media. Not everyone is big at making money from social
Listen
media.
to this. Before I found a wholesale supplier, do you know how I was doing it? So before even 500 views started, the way I started this was researching. First I would research, and then I went on Fiverr, right? So Fiverr is a platform where you can sell your services to anybody in the world.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they would allow you to sell YouTube views because it was very early on. They didn't catch on. So I would sell 500 views for $5. That's where 500views.com came from.
How much is the 500 views?
500 views is like $1 or something.
Okay, that's cheap. Yeah, it's very cheap.
Great.
Because the competition is high. Before
Yeah,
it
there's
was
too
lower.
much. Yeah.
You said you want to make $40,000-$50,000 next year a month. What's your plan? You're gonna work harder. You're gonna spend money on SEO. You're gonna hire more employees. What is the actual plan that you have? Specific.
Invest more in the business, hire more employees because I'll need more help, right? To have that many clients to manage, to delegate stuff to this person. You need to hire more employees and invest in SEO too. I have to invest in SEO every month to stay ahead of my competition.
How are you planning to get more clients? Investing in SEO,
Organic.
or doing sales, or like
Organic.
calling? Organic.
Organic. Right now, I'm number 1 for Ottawa SEO and number 2 for SEO Ottawa. There's only one company.
So
ahead of
organic
me.
is the way to go.
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Okay. You're not gonna do ads.
No, I've done ads before, and it's
Too
not.
expensive.
It's not too expensive. It's the return on revenue is not worth it. I'm spending $3,500 on ads, and maybe I'll get 2-3 potential clients. When I could get that $3,500, spend it on SEO and improve my ranks. It's more of an investment.
But why SEO is that expensive? If I'm bringing this hashtag, I'm putting it there.
It's
and clicking
manual
back,
work.
It's like manual work.
It's a lot of manual work. That's why it's expensive.
So I cut.
It's not
so-
like views where I can just press a button.
But
you'll
you
get all
have
the
4
views.
employees.
Yeah.
I know, like we all want to make more money. How many clients do you have?
Right now, 12 clients.
12
clients. They're all paying between 500 to 1500 a month.
How many, like the 4 employees that you have, how many clients they can handle?
They can handle about 5 to 10, I would think.
5 to 10. So you're handling the rest.
Yeah, I'm making sure that each employee is taken care of as well.
Okay. I know your prices. That's good prices because that means they're putting so much work in there.
Mhm.
So it's the manual work that makes
Mhm.
SEO services expensive.
That's right. That's why it's so
Because I've
expensive.
always found it expensive.
Yeah.
Always.
It involves a lot of blog articles too.
So
Right.
if you're doing it right, it takes time.
Yeah, it takes
It
time.
takes money, but it brings back money. It's a good
Oh,
investment.
for sure.
So you would tell every business owner they should do SEO.
Yes. Every business owner that wants to be successful online should definitely look into E SEO.
Well, I'd like you to close with giving 3 advice to someone who's not millionaire. They can be fresh graduates, they can be students, they can be business owners, but they're trying, they're eager, they're ambitious, they're hard workers, they're willing to do it. That's my audience, because none of my audience is a loser.
Hmm.
If they're willing to do it and they have the will, they are my audience. If not, I will be very offensive to them and they won't be able to listen to what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So if they're listening, if they're actually listening, they're winners or they're gonna become winners.
Mhm.
What's your advice to them?
I would tell them never to be afraid of failure. That's a big one. Never to be afraid of failure, because I failed on a lot of projects and it's always helped me to just improve. I find it's a way to improve and better yourself, and you always learn from your mistakes as well. Make sure you love what you do too. So make sure that you are willing to put in the amount of hours, whether it's 80 hours, whether it's 100 hours a week. Make sure you have that capability of doing so. Work hours, at least 10,000 work hours, right? That's
And,
the
like how long?
masters.
10,000 a year, a month,
Within 2-3 years.
2 3 years. So a week, how many hours?
Within a week, I don't know. How many 52 weeks in a year? Maybe like, if you want to achieve it fast, you have to do 100 hours a week within 2-3 years.
Not 40.
Yeah.
If you're making 40, don't complain that you're poor.
Well, the people that are making 40 are the people working 9 to 5. Those are people that are not going very, very limited to becoming a millionaire.
But
when
they're
they-
arguing that they're not millionaires and they hate millionaires. They look at millionaires, oh, you're fucking evil. You took advantage of someone.
Maybe it's just, they don't understand that aspect of
So what do you
business
tell
yet.
to someone who actually tired on Friday because they worked from Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 every day?
Oh, watch some Netflix if you're retiring. Don't think about trying to get more money and trying to
Yeah, you're not
become
gonna
a
be there.
millionaire.
You're
It's
not gonna get
impossible. Even with me too. I worked at the government too for 6 months. That was it. I would never work there again. It was my last job, and I would never worked after. So I used to work at different companies too before I started my stuff. Right.
Again, we're not hating on employees.
Of course.
We respect you. We love you. We need you to make money. But if you decided to work 40 hours a week and you're happy with it, that's awesome. But do not complain you're not making money. That's what we're talking about. Because I don't want some losers saying, oh, I'm talking shit about employees. Without my employees, I worth nothing. I have the most respect to employees. And they're lucky they can be happy with working 40 hours a week and making this much money. But if you're unhappy and you're not trying, that's what am I talking about. That's what am I calling losers.
Well, I
Right.
think the system was designed like this, though. The system wasn't designed for me and you. This whole society system
That's
is
why we pay more
designed.
taxes.
Yeah, design work 9 to 5, pay your nice taxes, then you can do whatever you want. Go to vacations twice a week.
Which is lovely, no?
I mean, yeah, but it's not really what I would want. I don't need a boss. I always got into fights with my manager. The amounts of
Yeah, you
managers
just
I
can't take
switched. I was an
orders.
entrepreneur from the beginning. Like it's, the only time I work well is when I'm managing people or I work by myself.
So, Martin, do you have any question for Majid or for myself?
Yeah, I do. Both of you. What is the meaning of life?
Man, I can't answer this question now. Meaning of life: love, give, and respect yourself. That's for me. I don't know if that answers the question. Like, first, it starts by loving and respecting myself.
Mhm.
God gave me a body. God gave me features.
Mhm.
God gave me skills. And it's really important for me to enjoy life is like I need to respect what God gave me and offered me. And then after I respect those, I'm definitely doing well. And then when I'm doing well, I will look at someone and try to mentor them and give back to someone who actually needs it. If I'm not doing those two, I don't see the meaning of me being alive. I'm not saying go kill yourself now. I'm talking about me. Okay? That's my answer.
Yep. That's awesome.
There's a sign at HomeSense. It says live, love, laugh. That's the one. You've seen it. It's very cheesy. I like this idea that instead of life being the journey, perhaps there was a journey before this life, and this is the after party, and we're just here to have fun.
You have no idea.
Not laughing at you, it's just the ideas. It's very la la
Yeah.
land. I love it.
I was deep in meditation the other day, and I had a message I wanted to share with my children that made sense to me in this meditation, but it's a little strange.
Mhm.
And it says, kids, you're going to be okay. My kids, they're going to be okay. No matter what, they're going to be okay. Even if they die, they're going to be okay. Yeah.
What is the meaning of life for you?
Meaning of life for me, I think it changes throughout my life. I think the meaning of life for me right now at this moment is it's love. I think love is the biggest one. Money is there, but you kind of need it to be comfortable. It's probably top three, but love is definitely the number one because it's worth more than any monetary things, any assets. You know how it is with your children, right? The love that you have with them, there's nothing that compares to it. Being a good person too, being a good person, helping others that need help if you can help them as well. If you see one of your friends struggling with depression, instead of them going to like a therapist, talk to them for a bit. I always like talking to my friends instead of therapy. I find it really helpful. If I'm going through something, talk to them, give them, see what their perspective is.
My friend, a very good friend, I tell her, like, I wouldn't believe a therapist when they give me an advice because they're getting paid for it.
Hmm.
A friend is a therapist who's not getting paid for it. That's why I believe my friend more than someone who's actually that's their career.
Hmm.
Because if I'm a therapist, I want you to come back more hours. I don't want to fix you,
Yeah,
That's true.
and that makes sense. So if you're getting paid for the advice, I don't believe it.
yeah. But curiosity too. I like being curious about life because we never know what's going to happen. I think that's very important in life.
Do you feel like
Having
you're
the
being
unknown
curious about
present.
life that motivates you, or that push you back because you're like, what the fuck? Because you can't figure it out. You won't be able to.
Ever.
In the religions, they say, it's figured out for you, but like, no.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things that are going on in this world that we are so clueless to that we can do a whole other podcast on.
Yeah.
It's,
Martin, do you have
it's
any other
crazy.
question? Any specific question? Anything?
Yeah, maybe another one for you. Have you ever had failure too, and how did you deal with it?
Many. Many. First, in school, I was very bad, but it didn't bother me that I'm not. I never failed a class. Like, I was 10 out of 100 from the beginning of the year to the last 3 months. And then I make it happen.
Hmm.
The
Same.
last 3 months.
I was very
Okay?
similar, yeah.
And it's a C. It's not an A, but I
Yeah.
never let myself actually fail a class. I was always happy
Mhm.
to be the last one in the class. But by the end of the
Hmm.
year, when I know it's time, I'll pass. Passing the last doesn't matter. Now, failing in business. When I was an employee, I had a target I need to meet. Always was great. But when I started the business, I wasn't trained. I didn't hire mentors. I didn't hire coaches. I did lots of mistakes with clients,
Mhm.
with employees that I hired, with contractors that I hired. I was dumb. Okay. We had lots of successes too. I have clients, they're still with me from day one. But how did I deal with failing with those clients? First, I blamed them. And then the first 2 or 3 times, I blamed the client and life. And I thought that, I'm just getting unlucky. And then after this, I looked back and I'm like, I could have done better for this client. Same for employees. I said some stuff to employees. I'm like, I could have said it a nicer way or a different way, or I was too nice to this. I have a habit now. Every time I go back home, I analyze what I did, and it just comes automatically and affects my sleep. But
Hmm.
the second tomorrow, I'm fucking better. Every day, I'm better
Mhm.
because I'm always looking back. What could have done better?
So
And
it
I always
makes you
have
better.
conversations with my team now. How can I be better? When I started realizing my mistakes and that I can do better and not focusing on money, focusing on actually helping and only help, because sometimes you open a business, you have lots of expenses. All you want now is money. And why I'm not making money, I'll work less for this client so I can rate more in my hour. And then, no, focus on giving value and then the money will follow. Lots of lessons I learned, but failed? Yes. What, give up? Never. I failed with so many clients, but I never bankrupted a business. I never closed a business. I still have every business I started because I was constantly trying to find out what's the problem. Did I start my business to start getting more clients? Or busy, busy? Nah. Got clients, got employees, less employees, ups and downs. Only had money to pay the bills for a year, but I was working so many hours trying to figure out what's going on. I knew when I started realizing that no, I don't know shit. I need to learn more. That's when it started going up.
Did you have that vision in you? Did you have the vision, oh, I'm going to be successful no matter what?
Yeah, since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, I knew money, I'm gonna be rich. I knew I'm gonna be dressed well. I knew I'm gonna have lots of suits. I know I'm gonna have lots of girls. I know I'm gonna drive nice cars and travel. I knew all that. I came to Canada because I didn't see myself getting those in 5 years, and now I've been here. I've been here for 5 years, less 2 months.
Could you have done the same thing in Lebanon?
No, that's why I came here. I
Why
didn't
is
come
it
here
so
because
much
I love the
harder?
weather.
Why is it so much harder in Lebanon?
That's a podcast by itself. I can tell you this quickly. We have corruption. We don't have. We're actually blessed to be in Canada. It's a very easy country to be a millionaire. Very easy country to start, to open a business. Like you have everything you need in Canada to make the first million. Everything you need. We're all average people. We're not too smart here. I don't know about you, but I don't think you're too smart too. And
Thanks.
he made million, whatever. We're not too smart, so we are in the right place. If you are too smart and you're in Lebanon and you don't have connections and you don't have the right parents, you're not kissing ass, you're not begging, you're not gonna get there. If you started a millionaire, you can 10 time it every day because that's how it works there.
So who are
thanks
the-
Canada, thanks to the Canadian government, thanks for offering us all these great things.
So who's the real millionaires then in Lebanon? Who are the ones that are making millions in Lebanon?
You were born a millionaire or you kissed ass to make lots.
In the
but-
corruption too, probably.
Well, yeah, you gotta corrupt. You gotta be proud of it too, not just corrupt. And still, when I go there now for vacation, I always have cash for bribing. It feels good.
Same in
Seriously.
Bulgaria. Bulgaria is the
Honestly,
exact same.
All right, we gotta wrap up. My next podcast in a minute. Do you want to say something before we end? He gave free advice. Said goodbye to the. I would like to thank Majid so much to take the time to be here with me today. I know I say lots of things that he doesn't like me to say, or he doesn't want to be there when I'm saying it. So he's actually putting up with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking all these great questions and answering those questions. Would you like to say something to the audience before we close?
Yeah, I just want to congratulate you
For what?
on surrounding yourself by extraordinary people.
You mean you and Martin?
Yeah, I was I want to congratulate you on you have an idea, you take action. Here we are sitting in the product of your idea just
We
so
spoke
quick.
about this when this didn't exist.
Awesome.
So you're inspiring so many people, including me. I really appreciate your work ethic. And I think you're an artist, that you have an idea and you create it and you produce it. And you're an artist who works even through the hands of other people. You just get them to do things. You walked into the room over there, you got the, I'm not allowed to say what it is, but it's very beautiful what you're creating over there. So thank you for involving us.
Absolutely. Martin, you said so many good things. We're not friends, but I'd like to be your friend.
Me too.
Would you shake hands on it?
Definitely.
But listen,
Ah.
be my friend.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, be my friend. Means being honest with me
Of
and
course.
accept my honesty.
Of course. Yeah, man, for sure. You know how I had a feeling about you? Not to be a little, lovey-dovey and
Yeah,
stuff,
don't
but
be.
I went to the networking thing. He was like, this guy, I need to talk to him. I don't know what it was. Something just came into me. I have to talk to this guy. I didn't even know who you were.
So I came into you. That's how.
Oh,
it
God.
It
was.
was
Okay, we're done.
that was a moment.
Yeah, it's the energy, man.
It was
I
very
love,
energy,
I love,
yeah.
I love seeing people earning, winning. When you actually do this, you have the best energy. So you know what? You wonder how you can have great energy? Just don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Look at people. Oh my God, this guy is doing great. Be happy for them. All of a sudden, everyone loves your energy. All right, let's wrap up. Thank
Thank
you.
you.